And here we go. Hey everybody, JTISREBORN here, and welcome back to another Batman the Animated Series review. Sorry it's taken so long, but, I needed some time to recuperate. I had a lot of other videos I had to do, and I pushed Batman the Animated Series off to the side slightly, and now I'm back to continue to review them. So this time we're going to be taking a look at episode number 20, and I'm quickly looking at the disc, 20. Yep, 20 on the dot. So, episode number 20, Feet of Clay. So this is part one of a two-parter, and it was the first episode to introduce us to Matt Hagen, aka Clayface, voiced by Ron Perlman of all people. Now, I've met Ron Perlman. Pretty cool dude. Pretty awesome. I loved him as Hellboy. He's in Blaze and Pacific Rim. He was Beast on the Beauty and the Beast show with Linda Hamilton. He's just a cool dude. Like, whenever Ron Perlman shows up in something, he automatically brings some cool factor to it. But in this one, we get to see a bit more of his dramatic side as an actor. Because, you know what? He's pretty good as Matt Hagen, a.k.a. Clayface. I mean, obviously his voice changes when he's, more of the monstrous Clayface than he is, like, just as Matt Hagen. But, he does a good job. So this episode was directed by Dick Seabass. And it was actually written, believe it or not, by Marv Wolfman of all people. Now, Marv Wolfman is a famous comic book writer. He's most famous for his work on the New Teen Titans. He worked on Crisis on Infinite Earths. This dude's a beast. Like, I think he also created one of my favorite characters of all time, Raven. And if I'm correct on that, he did create Raven, right? I'm going to look this up really quick. I just want to make sure, because I believe he did. Comics. Yep, created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, just like I thought. One of my favorite, comic book characters of all time. In terms of female characters, she's my favorite. But anyways, Feet of Clay. This one is a pretty solid episode. So, it's a two-parter. Part one, in the beginning of the episode, has Lucius Fox meeting up with Bruce Wayne, who turns out is, Matt Hagen in disguise, using some, clay molding material from John Daggett, who is this corrupt dude, or not John Daggett, Roland Daggett. I'm thinking of The Dark Knight Rises. Although, in terms of Daggett's, John Daggett from The Dark Knight Rises, Ben Mendelsohn or whatever you say his name, that dude just cracks me up, and I love that guy. He's such a jerk, but he's great in the role. So, anyways, Roland Daggett is just trying to do something to incriminate Bruce Wayne, and blah, 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 blah. So Lucius Fox gets attacked, and he thinks it's Bruce Wayne. Then he puts something out for the cops to go after Bruce Wayne. Matt Hagen is struggling with trying to keep up doing things for Daggett. He needs the stuff because his face is deformed without this clay material. So he's looking for that. There's also some dudes, some of Daggett's henchmen. One of them is afraid of germs, and one of them is this dude named Raymond Bell. And Raymond Bell cracks me up because of what happens with him in this thing. At one point, Batman's trying to get information, why is Bruce Wayne being incriminated? Who was it that really was after Lucius Fox and, impersonating Bruce Wayne? Batman literally comes after this dude in the fucking Batwing. He latches onto he takes the dude's car, and he's carrying his car all over the city. He's hundreds of feet up, drops the dude's car, and he's literally hanging from the side of the Batwing. He's, dipping in water. He's hanging him over buildings, with hundreds of stories, and that to, the ground. I'm like, Jesus, Batman. He really, goes after this guy. And it's really funny, but it's also Jesus Christ, Batman, you're taking it a bit far here for a kid's show. So, that was pretty funny. End of the episode deals with, Daggett gets attacked, and then they dump, all sorts of chemicals on him, and that's what eventually turns him into Clayface. And then the end of the episode, Bruce Wayne sneaks into Lucius Fox's room to try and, clear his name and say, hey, Lucius, that wasn't really me. But Lucius summons the police, but I guess Bruce was really dumb sneaking in that way. I'm like, come on, you're Batman. You don't think he's going to do something like that? So, anyways, one of Daggett's friends, or not Daggett, one of Hagen's friends, who's the stunt double dude, goes to find Matt, and then he checks on him, and then he sees that, oh my god, Matt, what happened to you? And then he sees that, and then Matt sees that he's Clayface, and he yells, and then that's basically the end of the episode. So it's a good start to this two-parter. The best stuff in this episode, my favorite part is just Batman taking that dude and hanging him over the water, and you know, just shit like that. I think that stuff's pretty funny. And just some of the things he says, like, nice try, you sleaze, you scum, like, criminal piece of shit, stuff like that. I think that stuff was pretty great. But anyways, good first part. I'm going to watch part 2 now. I'll let you know which one I like more, but I think part 2 has kind of the sadder ending in terms of, like, Clayface, like, realizing what's going on with himself. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I got a lot more Batman the Animated Series videos I have to do. I've got so many to keep up with. I mean, there's a lot of them. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what you thought of Feet of Clay Part 1, and then I'll hopefully be joining you really soon for Feet of Clay Part 2. Anyways, I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, and take care now. Bye-bye then.